Guys, the year is 2002, and it is an amazing year for nitro monster trucks for the hobby. The Savage 21 came out, the T-Max 2.5 came out, you had 2-speed reverse, the Savage had a 2-speed in it, but Tamiya come across the line and said, listen, hold my beer, I think we could do it just a little bit better. So guys, in this collection, I've got 3 runners. All run pretty good, all make the noise, all do the thing. All it needed is somewhat adjustment on the 2 speeds, trying to get linkages right to get the reverse to work the way it's supposed to do. But guys, these things are a lot of fun. And I'll tell you what, they're quite a bit bigger than the Savage and the T-Max combined. I found this really cool magazine, RC Car Action magazine, March of 2002, and it is the introduction of the Terra Crusher. Now, this is a really cool article. It was written by Peter Vieira, and if you guys, follow the magazines back then, Peter Vieira and Greg Vogel did a lot of, reviews on these cars. Remember, back then there was no YouTube. Manufacturer sent them to a magazine. They took them apart, they ran them, and they gave their opinions of them. But it shows pretty much all the specs. But here's the crazy part about this whole situation, guys. As a guy who wasn't doing this back in 2002, I'm doing it now. I was never able to purchase a brand new Terra Crusher. But I do happen to have right now in a very, very rough box, and I'm talking this box is rougher than a cow tongue. We have a brand new Tamiya Terra Crusher we are going to unbox today. Now, you guys know I'm not a big box art person, but this is kind of important because there are very few of these things still left open in the box. But it's showing the transmitter, showing the dual disc brake, the FRAT transmission, the engine, the easy start system, which they're calling it the... Well, they're not really calling it anything yet. We're going to figure that one out later. Another thing they're showing is the fact that it's got a 5th scale size servo, showing the body, showing its proprietary start stick, and then they're showing the ultimate monster size. And I'll tell you what, you guys just saw, this thing is quite a bit bigger than a Savage, and it's way bigger than a T-Max. Now, this rig came out of the Ricardo collection up in Orlando, this is the guy that had the massive stash of brand new in-box nitros that we got some really cool stuff out of. Now, the box was in one of his back sheds, and evidently the bottom of the box had gotten wet. Got a little bit of mold on it, but not the end of the world. But I did peek in the box, and what it did show me is that there was, in fact, a Terra Crusher in the box. I think we may have better luck getting it out of this side of the box. Alright, so we do have the antenna tube and the instructions. Supplemental engine braking procedure. And guys, we have a Terra Crusher. Tell me that ain't the coolest thing you've seen all week. And gentlemen, we're going to do something that I certainly never had the opportunity to do back in 2002. And that is clip a brand new Terra Crusher out of its box. Tell me this thing is not just amazing. Look at this, guys. We still have our head sticker on there. We still have the cover. Well, I shouldn't say still. I mean, this thing, even though the box is rough, that car looks beautiful. And listen, guys, before I bought this thing, I did peek in the box and make sure the car was in one piece before I bought it. So besides the manual, let's see what they gave us. So far we've got the manual, we've got the quick start manual, we've got the addendum to the starter, the start stick, we've got our antenna flag, fuel bottle, lid to the fuel bottle. Cool, we have our Tamiya start, because I can't find mine for the other cars, and 2 of the 3 runners are already converted over to, these things are easily converted over to a Traxxas harness. We have our AM radio. And we got the extra value gift pack. We're going to get this thing open and see what they gave us in the extra value, because that was on the box. Gentlemen, I will tell you one thing. This thing looks good. Let's go and get the body off of her and see what we're working with. So guys, check this thing out. This thing is super, super, super well engineered. It's got a little 18 in there with electric start. She's got the forward reverse automatic transmission. She has a massive radio box, and we're going to open up that one in a little bit. Let's take a little closer look at this thing, guys. So she's got aluminum drive shafts in the middle with plastic ends, very reminiscent of a T-Max. The quad shock design, I mean, that wasn't exactly a Trax exclusive, but I'm going to show you something that I just noticed that is quite interesting for something for 2002. So you got a flat chassis, and you've got ladders going down the side, and then there's plates connecting those ladders. Do you guys see that stuff? Because guess what? Gil Losi definitely saw that stuff on the LST. Now, was there any major advantage to it? I don't know. An LST was a straight up beast. The wheels on this bus are massive. So let's compare these. So that is a T-Max 2.5 wheel. Quite a bit bigger. This is a Savage wheel. Quite a bit bigger. Which leads us to our next party trick, which is going to be the servos. Now, it does have a standard 10 scale servo for this throttle, but it was the first and only 8 scale monster truck that I know of that actually used a 5th scale servo for the steering. And to me, that's a direct result of these giant wheels. You guys ready to see some of the most satisfying things you'll ever do to a Nitro? Oh yeah. So she's got 14mm plastic hubs, C-hubs in the rear. It looks like this wouldn't be that hard to do a full rear steer conversion on it, but who would want that? Got plastic shocks on her, which are kind of cool. And yeah, it's hard to see in the light, but this thing actually has like nylon reinforced plastics on it, which is kind of cool because that makes them pretty strong. Traxxas has been doing that for years. I mean, if you look at the Savages, they're bendy, but they're just straight up. It's a different type of plastic, but you could actually see the fiber inside this. This is my spare engine collection for these things, and they're kind of cool. They have a, electric start on them. Now this engine here, I'm not exactly sure what it would have come out of, because this one has a 2-needle carb. These other two have single needle carbs, but they're 18s. I don't know whether this is an optional cooling head or what it is, but I know this motor's good. She's got good compression to her. These two are just, of absolute in question. So I've got me a big old nickel metal stick pack charged up. I vote we get this thing up on a stand. We're going to warm this engine up. We're going to fire it up. We're going to get it broke in, because I want to get this thing tires on the ground pretty soon. All right, gentlemen, it's now or never. We're going to play this one of two ways, or we're going to play this one way. First, again, the only practical application of an IMX Jumbo Con is a car stand. When you're going to break it in, you're going to work on it. So we're going to take it, we're going to put a little bit of fuel in there, and of course, you guys know, 18-year-old Traxxas 33%. Let's fill this thing up. Now she does have a primer ball, so we're going to go ahead, let's move our Kong over there. We're going to look at our fuel feed line. And yes sir, she does pump some fuel. Alright, so let's see if she's going to start up. So we're going to turn the radio on. Whoop, radio first. We're going to give it a little bit of throttle. So where is our throttle trim? That is our steering trim. There we go. Steering trim's way better now. There we go. A little bit of throttle. We're going to grab this overly goofy starter stick, which is just, it's got a fuse, it's got a little button, it's got a plug checker on it, and you're just going to kind of pop the cap off and lay it in there. Cap's kind of in the way. Literal first start. Guys, we wanted 180, about 181. We are now frictioning. And yeah, guys, that happened. It just fell apart. But hey, it's been in this box for over 20 years. Let's go ahead and fill this tank back up, take her outside, and see if she'll do Terra Crusher things. Guys, I vote we go do Terra Crusher things. Just give it a little throttle. Not the easiest start stick in the world to deal with, guys, especially when you have it backwards. Guys, this vehicle is the perfect example why you read your directions, you read your instructions, because this thing, you'll see in the video, I got a little tripped up at the end. So guys, here's my thoughts on this thing. When in doubt, read the instructions. So this thing is telling me to run 3 tanks through this thing in 50-foot circles in opposite directions, stand on one hand, stand on one leg, pat my head, rub my belly. Guys, this vehicle is the perfect example why you read your directions, you read your instructions. Guys, off camera, I did the break-in procedure where you're running a half tank at low speed because it said it's going to slip, but after, you know, an entire tank, it just didn't get any better. But listen, guys, this thing's cool. They're not all going to come out the box after 24, 25 years and be perfect. But this thing, guys, we are going to get this thing working and making the noise and doing the thing. But listen, I'll see you guys on the next one.